Today I'm going to show you the best tank gear for each stage of the game, including this goldor set that I've got behind me and many others, but make sure you hit subscribe and let's get straight into the video. Okay, so for early game I've chosen the heavy armor set. Now this thing is really good I think because it only uses a catacombs requirement of level 2 and you can also buy it for around 5,000 coins on the AH, which is not very much for this set. And if you put it on, let's see how much defense. This isn't even with the right reforges, this is just the stuff I got in dungeons. You could also just get it all from managing to unlock, drop it all in dungeons, but that's 843 defense and a good amount of health. Should hold out based on the pet. But yeah, that set gives me 900 defense, and that is with a baby yeti pet. But I'll show you pets later. So yeah, that set is very good. Each piece is giving, that one's giving 87 and 207 on the chest plate. So the chest plate is really good. 120 on the boot, the legs, and then 77 on the knot seal. I've actually yeah, I need to get the better if I had the better reforges, that would be even better. So yeah, that's a decent early game set. There you go. That will go back on here, and then we've got some weapons to look at as well. So I went for one dungeons weapon, so there's going to be the zombie soldier cutlass. This is just a good early game one that you can use. I'm not sure what the catacombs requirement is, but this is double attack speed, so you basically double those stats. So 206 damage, 100 strength, 80 crit damage is really good. But this is only a 74% quality one as well, so if you get a better one, if you drop a better one or you buy a better one, you will get even more damage on that. So yeah, that's only 75% of its capability, so yeah, that's pretty good. The other one I did was a sort of non-dungeon sword. This is actually really cheap, I feel like, for this quality of a weapon. You get 245 damage, 120 strength, 20 crit chance, 125% crit damage, which is ridiculous. On sharp we've got it here because this thing is legendary, and you also get the dragon rage ability, which is good to keep mobs away from you, especially in dungeons. It's quite nice to clear rooms as well in the early floors, and this thing only costs like 650k, so I think that's a very good deal for that. So yeah, as for the dragons, needs no catacombs requirements. You can do it decently early game. This is quite difficult to obtain, but I think it's a good sword to start off with in dungeons. It's really good. Okay, so then we move on to mid game. And for mid game I've gone for Necromancer Lord. This is sort of early mid game. You can replace, and then with an adaptive chestplate. You can't actually see the name there, but this thing gives 30 defense as well as when you pick tank, which is nice, and that will scale obviously with the stuff. But yeah, Necromancer Lord is also decent for tank. It's basically decent for any class at this stage. But what I would suggest, if you have more coins than this chestplate, I'd go for a perfect chestplate, or a high tier of perfect chestplate, because that will give you much more defense. But this chestplate is good enough for now, I feel like. And you get a good amount of defense from that. And this set overall is, let's see how much defense we get from this. This is obviously, I think this one's got some Titanic reforge. It hasn't got all the reforges and stuff and the stars, but that's 1,100 defense, so much better than the last one. And then obviously that will all scale when you're in dungeons. So yeah, this is a good set, and it's all legendary, so you can get some good reforges and stuff that will make your defense even better. But then for the weapons, we've gone for the Flower of Truth. Now this one is really good for tank, especially because it has a lot of life steal. And if you use this with a later item, you'll get even more life steal from that. So yeah, it's not great for damage, but it's got a lot of strength, which will help if you use a Yeti pet, and also it is good. Good life steal, so you always stay alive. You might not do too much damage, but you'll always be alive, and that's the main goal of a tank, I feel like. So yeah, that uses 10% of your mana, so it doesn't really matter if you use mana gear. The other one is Livid Dagger. This is just a really good all-round sword, and this thing double hits. It's got 100% attack speed, which is nice, and there's a ton of crit damage. It always crits, good damage, and all that sort of thing. And you can also throw it, but that's not too useful. And if you're behind a target, you do 100% damage. So yeah, that can be useful. But yeah, that's a decent weapon there for mid game, and you could even keep using this later on, but because I only got one weapon for this one. But yeah, moving into end game, we're going to look at this set. Now this is a bit more complicated. This one, we're starting with a goldor chestplate and goldor's leggings. Now these two pieces together will cost you a lot of coins. I can't remember. I think I paid about 30 mil for these, and they're quite expensive. But then you want to go for, I can't actually use this right now because you need Zombie Slayer 7, but the Titanic Reaper Mask, or you could probably put a better Reforge on these, by the way, and star it, obviously. But the Reaper Mask there, this is good because of the disgusting healing ability, which is really awesome. You get 2 times healing, so if you're using a Flower of Truth, say, or any weapon really, you'll get double lifesteal, which is really nice. And I've gone for perfect boots because I've been told that this is quite good stats for the defense stat is better than just getting normal boots. And you also get a 2% ink defense bonus from the perfect bonus there, which is really nice. This set together, even without the helmet, this would be without the helmet because it won't give me any stats, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, just these 3, it gives me 1400. So yeah, even without the Reaper Mask, because it's not doing anything right now, which is really awesome. So yeah, that's a really good set. This does cost a lot of money. And this thing is fully maxed out, these perfect boots. It's absolutely perfect. It literally says that. And it has all the gemstones and stuff. These ones aren't maxed out or anything, so you could recom and 5-star and get better reforges and all of these. Yeah, for a weapon, I'd go for the giant sword. Well, you can go for higher, like Hyperion or anything like that. But yeah, I like the giant sword because it's just a good base damage. It's good for any class really. And I've got the fabled reforge on it, so I get 15% extra damage on crit if the chance happens. Other weapons that could be useful at some point, I don't know when, but these ones give you a little bit of defense. So that can give you 107 on the Spicy Earth Shard, and then the Wither Cloak Sword gives you 250, as well as the Creeper Veil, which is very useful in floor 7 if you want to do that. Yeah, in terms of pets, all you want to go for is a Baby Yeti, but I'd go for a legendary rather than anything else. Yeah, I go for the Yeti as a legendary rather than epic, but I've just got epic because it's cheaper. But you get the ice shields, which is really sick. You get 75% of your strength as defense. So again, if you're using the Flower of Truth, that gives 300 strength, which would be very nice paired with the Yeti. Or you can go for a blue whale. I'd go for a legendary one that gives the best buffs. The blue whale, the legendary one, is quite expensive, 19 mil. But this gives your defense as max health, and also you get up to 20% max health, which is awesome, and you get 200 base from that. So that's really, really good, that pet. I should probably get one if I want to play tank. But yeah, this is a very, very good pet. I definitely recommend that one. In terms of early game pets, I'm trying to think of what I could use. Anything that gives you health or defense. Rabbit gives you a little bit of health there, maybe something with damage even, because then you get more lifesteal. Alright, so apparently the actual best reforge is going to be the Giant's Tooth. That gives you the Giant Reforge, which gives you like a bunch of health, and that's better than defense if you have less defense on less health on your armor, because then you get more effective max HP. If you don't have enough defense, you can go for the perfect Reforge with the Diamond Atom. I believe somewhere here, I don't know where that is. Diamond Atom, here you go. So this gives 2% defense, which is nice. So you get a total of 8% if you did all of them, and then I think it does a set like 80 defense if you get the legendary one, which is quite nice. And it's a very small apply cost. It's not too hard to get, I don't think. Yeah, it's only like 2,000 coins. It's not very much. So that might be a good idea to put on some of them. But yeah, that's going to be for Reforges. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. So I hope you enjoyed. Please hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.